As we seek to create a culture of evangelism, we long that every age and stage continually hears the gospel. But first today, we want to focus on why it is so important that we share the gospel with youth, and also some shocking statistics to show you the urgency of this endeavor. First, I wanted to ask you, when did you first come to know and believe the gospel? What about your friends, your church friends? Most likely, it was when they were young. There was a recent Barna study that showed that 94% of adult Christians actually first believed the gospel before the age of 18. And so this shows that it is hugely impactful to share the gospel with the youth, and it's lasting in its effect. And the study actually went one further, that those who believed the gospel before the age of 13 actually were more likely to stay in the faith for the long term as adults following Jesus. And this shows the scripture being true. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and even when he's old, he will not depart from it." And so this shows the importance, the urgency, the impact of the youth. But the question is, who is going to teach them, to train them, as it says? Recently, there was a study done on who actually believes in a biblical worldview regarding salvation and truth. And the 5 worldviews that it shared was this: viewing the Bible as the true and reliable words of God, recognizing the existence of absolute truth based on Scripture, acknowledging Jesus Christ as the means to salvation, finding life purpose by serving God, and defining success as consistently obeying God's principles and commands. And you would be shocked that only 2% of all parents actually believe that this is true, that these biblical worldview foundations are true. And even more shocking, only 12% of children's pastors, those training the youth, have this biblical worldview. And so from this, we need to look at the problem and the opportunity. The problem is that many times our youth are not getting a biblical gospel. They're not getting taught the true Bible. And so that is a huge problem, because the impact is not only the rest of their lives, but eternal. But then the opportunity that you and I, those that actually believe the biblical worldview, believe the Bible is true, believe the gospel is true, we have the opportunity to share this gospel, this message with youth. And so you and I all know youth, whether it's in our family, extended family, friends, neighbors, people in our church. We have the opportunity to share the gospel with youth that will not only make a long-term impact in their lives, but also an eternal impact. And so we're going to, on the next video, share practical tips of how you can share the gospel with youth. And so subscribe and follow along as you come along this journey with us, as we really focus on sharing the gospel with the youth.